Hi and welcome back again to my channel. This is the 5th episode of my Schecter Dream Machine inspired build, and we're pretty close to the ending of this video series. Well, this will not be the last part of the build, but today we will concentrate on fixing the pickguard. We will mount the input socket, and we will install the string tree. So grab you a beer or a coffee and sit back and enjoy this episode. So for the last episode I have installed all the electronics, and I've put the pickguard in place and taped it just with some masking tape, and today of course I will drill all the holes which are necessary and fix all the screws for the pickguard, and for that I will have to do some modifications to the pickguard. As always, when you're building guitars or you're building a parts caster, you always have to adjust things, and in this case this is also of course the case. So first I will mount the input socket, and I'm measuring the width of the screws, which are 3 millimeters. So I will grab a 2.5 millimeters drill bit and drill the 2 holes for the input socket. So this is not big of a deal. And yeah, 2 tiny holes to fix the screws. Of course, with these tiny screws you always have to be careful not to strip them, and especially here I'm using some gold-plated screws, and you have to be extra careful not to damage them. Okay, the input socket is now in place, the screws are fixed, and of course I have to check the cable and the input jack for the fitment, which is nice and everything is going smooth. So here I have to cut a little bit out of the pickguard for the neck pocket, and now I'm pre-punching all the screw holes, and again I have to measure the screws for the pickguard, which are not the same as the screws for the input socket, and this time I have to use a 3 millimeter drilling bit. So I'm drilling all the holes, and I have a little bit of masking tape put to the drill bit just to act as a depth stop. And now I'm fixing the pickguard in place. I'm using this time just a hand screwdriver. It's a little bit extra safety for the very delicate screws and the gold plating. Okay, the pickguard is right now in place, the switch and everything works fine. I have to adjust a little bit on the other side of the Pickguard because it's overlapping a little bit, and I'm using my Dremel tool and some files just to keep it smooth, and yeah, that will make it easier to attach the neck. Okay, a little bit cleanup, and then I will attach the neck and fix the screws for the neck, of course. And you see it's a very tight fit of the neck, which is good. So fixing the neck plate and the screws in place. And yeah, it's looking good so far. And now I have to mount the string tree. I'm using a vintage style round string tree for this purpose. I just think it looks better in this combination, and it's a little bit more authentic than the butterfly string trees. And I will also pre-punch the hole. And again, I have to measure the screw, and for this screw it is pretty tiny. I have to use a 2mm drill bit this time, and also a little bit of masking tape which acts as a depth stop. Be careful, and yeah, fix the screw in place. This is a pretty easy and straightforward task. So the string tree is fixed and in place. It looks good. Just a quick check on the setup. The setup is pretty low. It's 1.5mm on the low E string and 1.2mm on the high E string, which is really low, and I'm pretty happy. And now the fun part, I have to peel off all the protective tape from the Pickguard, and here's the look. Looks great so far. I like it. The string alignment is great, and yeah, it looks really nice. So the next part will be to put on many layers of clear coat to the body, as there are just some few initial coats, and yeah, we are pretty much finishing the guitar. It's looking great so far. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye bye.